So our topic for you today, the International Institute of Debate, and we have the pleasure to have with us Wejden Ben Alaya, who has come to talk to us a little bit more about the International Institute of Debate and especially about an event that is taking place, which is the Cafe Talk. So welcome, Wejden.
Welcome, thank you.
Welcome. So first of all, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit more? So you are a student?
My name is Wejden Ben Alaya, and I am a sophomore student at Tunis Business School. I'm 22 years old, and I am part of the team, the second team in the Cafe Talk competition organized by the International Institute of Debate, with two more brilliant girls, which are Wejden Ben Alaya, an intern in medicine, and Wissal Agharbi.
Is she a relative of yours?
Yes, she's my sister, actually.
Oh, okay.
And she's the reporter of our team, and also Wissal Agharbi, which is the community manager and a TBS student as well.
All right. Okay. So this International Institute of Debate and this series of Cafe Talks. So this is not the first Cafe Talk that you organize. First of all, brief us a little bit about the International Institute of Debate, who is at the origin of the organization of these Cafe Talks.
Yes. The International Institute of Debate is an organization that targets youth in a primary place, that tries to work on their soft skills, that try to provide them with all the capacity and skills they need in order to be the change maker Tunisia is seeking for. In addition to that, the International Institute of Debate focuses mainly on underprivileged areas, as I told you before, on youth from 18 to 35 years. And
it targets young people in maybe underprivileged areas as well. So, I mean, who is the target with this Institute of Debate?
As I told you, we do not only focus on university students, we focus on youth in general, specifically underprivileged people who do not have these ability to gain capacities within universities or clubs or elsewhere. So we provide them with all these privileges.
So you go to them and you organize events for them?
Yes, exactly.
All right. Okay. So the Cafe Talk that you have come to tell us more about, what is it?
Yes.
Is this the first one, first of all?
No, this is the event I'm here to talk about is actually the Cafe Talk Big that I am organizing on Saturday, 1st of April. And it's not our first Cafe Talk. It's actually our 7th within the competition, Cafe Talk competition organized by the Institute. And it's my 8th as on personal scale.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So you have become quite experienced, and now, okay, you will tell us later on.
Yeah, about the Cafe Talk actually consists of a discussion group within young people that doesn't only take issues that doesn't only treat issues by talking about them and analyzing them, but also to find solutions for them and to implement an ultimate solution that all the parties agree on into the reality and to make the change.
Why is it called Cafe Talk? Does it take place in a cafe?
Well, yes, it might take place in a cafe, but also elsewhere. But why is it called Cafe Talk? Because we Tunisian youth... yes, it is informal, but this is not the main reason. Youth in Tunisia are known for their Cafe Talks. They always stay at cafes that always talk about different issues, issues that concerns them, issues that concerns Tunisia in general. But it always stops at the level of discussions. Right. And here, Cafe Talks, our Cafe Talks, the International Institute of Debate Cafe Talks, are take those discussions to the level of implementation and solution and resolutions.
Right. So let me try to explain a little bit and to understand. So when you organize a Cafe Talk, a group of people, how many approximately?
10 at maximum.
10 maximum.
Yeah.
From different places, different universities?
Definitely.
Okay. And how do you get together? Do you get together, I mean, through Facebook, through social media in general?
Yes, it's mainly on social media. We have the community manager and the team of the Cafe Talk within the International Institute of Debate, who works on helping us as teams or as individual people who wants to organize Cafe Talks on the promotion of these Cafe Talks through social media and events and so on.
Okay, so once you get organized and you decide this this time, for example, I don't know how often you organize cafe talks. How often do you do that? Like once every month or more than that?
No, it really doesn't matter on how many. We have a platform online,
all right,
which is
and whenever there is a need,
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Any young people who wants to organize a cafe talk enters this platform, which is cafetalk.org, finds a form, fill it, and he will be contacted by the cafe talk team to see how can they help him on organizing his own coffee talk.
Okay, so tell us about your initiative. How did you start this initiative? Because you said this is my talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's not only my talk. This coffee talk is part of a whole competition launched by the International Institute of Debate that takes the coffee talk program to another level, which is the gaming level, where they are granting the winner 2,300 dinars. So we are competing.
For what?
I'm coming to that level. We are competing among 12 other teams from different regions on organizing 7 coffee talks related to the 7 priority areas set by the United Nations on countering violent extremism. This is as a first edition of the competition. So within the competition, we are asked to organize 7 coffee talks, as I told you, with 7 topics related to the 7 priority areas of the United Nations.
Right.
And our mission does not stop there. We are competing to organize projects based on the 7 solutions we come up with within the 7 coffee talks. And the best project will win the grant I told you about.
And the grant will be the money used to implement?
Yes.
The decisions taken or what?
Yeah, the grants are dedicated to the implementation of the project we are going to elaborate within the competition.
Okay. All right. We'll have a short break with music, and then we will come back and talk about the theme and the choice of the theme. And you said it is part of the 7 priority areas of the UN in fighting extremism and violence. So we'll get back with more details right after the next track for you. Stay with us. Welcome back. 16 minutes up to 2 on our radio station, and our guest today was Wejden Ben Alaya, a student from Tunis Business School. She has come to talk to us about an event, the Cafe Talk by the International Institute of Debate, and we were talking about the organization of this series of Cafe Talks, in fact, that take place now and then with a group of young people, and you discuss the issues, and what is new is that now the Cafe Talk does not remain at the level of the Cafe Talk, but you try to take it onto the next level.
Exactly.
So that young people during the Cafe Talk, they propose solutions. For example, you debate a certain problem and then they come up with solutions, and there is a competition at the end of which the winner of the competition will get a grant, a prize that will help them, I mean the team, to implement the solution that they have come up with. All right, so let's come back to the Cafe Talk that you and your team are organizing. So what is the theme? You said the theme is related to the general theme of the institute, the International Institute of Debate, which is
countering violent extremism. Our 7th Cafe Talk, and which is the last Cafe Talk we are organizing within the competition, will be under the theme of countering violent extremism through social networks and media. So we know the importance of social media that targets mainly youth. We have the most connected portion on internet are young people, especially, and we see that Tunisian youth are part of this portion.
Right.
So we see how social media and media in general, the role of media that plays in the life of people and how it impacts them and how it makes them impacts their choices and daily life.
Right.
So terrorism or violent extremism in general uses these means to get into people's life, to families, and etc.
Right.
So we are now
even to hire young people.
Exactly. This is what I've been saying. So here we are saying that if we can play on this importance of media to play the counterpart of the prevention and the countering of violent extremism.
Right.
So we do not, we're going to use them in order to maintain peace in our country, to prevent people from going to this bad behaviors or bad acts. And this Cafe Talk will handle this topic.
All right. So the Cafe Talk, how is it going to be organized and for how long?
It will take a 2 hours time period.
All right.
And so it's going to start by a small panel of 30 minutes where 3 people from the domain will present the issue, analyze
from
it.
their perspective,
Yes, of course. And then we're gonna have the audience and the guests separated in 3 groups or more to further analyze the problem, to come up with solutions, and at the end they're gonna choose 3 main solutions that we are gonna take into consideration while preparing our draft of project.
So how is this organization going to take place? How are you going to select? I mean, the people who will be. You said there is a panel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, we had the confirmation of 2 journalists, Mr. Saifuddin Mashat, a former journalist from Shams FM, and Mr. Sami Arfawi from the National Radio. Mr. Saif have an experience with the topic. He worked on it, and he's going to present it further. And Mr. Sami as well, he's going to talk about it as a journalist and someone who impacts people through radio.
Okay, what about the other people? How will they be divided into groups? Do they choose where they want to be? Or?
Yeah, of course. We're gonna rely on people's preferences. Where we're gonna first divide the main topic to 3 subtopics. Of course, based on our research and so on, and then we're gonna propose these 3 topics on
what
people.
What are the 3 subdivisions of the major topic?
They're still not set yet. We are discussing them with our guests to further see their point of views and to integrate them into the whole process. And then we're gonna set the motions, the 3 sub-motions, to people to choose where they want to be or where they find themselves comfortable discussing. So further information, you can find them on my own profile on Facebook or on the official page of Cafe Talk. On the event more specifically, you can find it. And that's it.
So after these 2 people or maybe 3 people will present the topic from their own perspective. So maybe each one of them will have a different angle, to look at the topic. The people who are there, the people who are gathering to discuss the topic with them, then how will they be organized? They will be organized in 3 groups, you said?
Yes.
And for how long will they have to think about what the panelists have been saying in order to come up with solutions? Do they have, for example, a limited time for them? So how is this organized?
Yes, so after the panel of 3 minutes where the topic will be more further presented to the audience.
So each one will have 3 minutes?
No, more. If we're gonna calculate it, about 7 minutes per guest speaker.
All right.
And then we will have 3 minutes for the analysis, where even the guest will contribute in the discussion and will try to give their more further develop their perspectives in collaboration with the audience or the people who chose to be within his group. And then we'll be having more 30 minutes for the solution choice, where people can brainstorm and come up with innovative solutions. And we have the last 30 minutes for the ultimate solution.
All right.
And we're going to gather all together the 3 or more groups to present the whole reports of each discussion group. And that's it. This is how it's going to roll.
So, I mean, all in all, will there be like a presenter or a moderator and then a rapporteur of the event? So,
yes, sure. So I'm going to be the moderator of the panel,
all right, and
a moderator of one of the discussion groups.
Okay.
And we'll be having 2 more teams, which are composed of a moderator, reporter, and community manager.
All right. So each one, of course, will have his share of the work, and each one will
handle
his part of the job. All right. Okay. So let's have another short break with music and come back and conclude about this cafe talk. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, 28 minutes after 2 on our radio station, and we continue with our guest here, Wejden Ben Alaya, a student from TBS. She has come today to talk to us about the cafe talk on countering violent extremism through media and social media. So this is a talk that is due to be organized on Saturday.
Yes.
Where? Wejden, you did not tell us where the talk is.
Yeah, sorry.
Right.
Okay, it will take place in the cultural coffee shop La Liberté.
All right.
From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
From 5 to 7, okay. And people who wanted to
join there, the most welcome to be there.
Oh, you can still take more people.
Yes.
So you have already the people who are going to participate in the discussion. You have the panelists and you have the members of the teams who will be there, but you welcome other people who may join as well.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
It's open to public.
Okay, so you talked about this theme, which is about countering violent extremism through media and social media, and you said this is part of the general theme set up by the International Institute of Debate on countering extremism and violent extremism. So what other themes have you covered so far in the other cafe talks? Because you said this is the 7th and the last one before the competition, and then we will talk about the competition.
Yeah, so we worked on the leaders in the religious field. We talked on the importance of mothers, the importance of family, the educational system, how it can contribute in this,
and the values.
Yes, yes, and so many others that I cannot remember right now, but. This is mainly the
but all of them are, of course, related to the general theme of fighting extremists and violent.
And the 7 priority area set by the UN.
By the UN. Okay, right. So this is the last cafe talk before the competition. All right. So when is the competition going to be organized?
The competition will start in April, and it will start by promoting for the projects of each team, where people have to vote online on the best for, I believe, projects, and then we will have a public debate on which one will be the winner.
So how many teams will be participating all in all?
I believe it's approximately 12 teams.
12 teams, and each team will have to come up with one project or more?
No, it's only one that will be funded and implemented.
Okay, so which means that from the cafe talks that you have been organizing, not necessarily all the themes maybe have come up with projects.
No.
So it depends on how important the theme is.
Exactly. And it depends on the region. Each region have its characteristics.
Whether it is a priority for the region.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see.
The culture of each region, the culture of each community, it will interfere in the choice of the project, of course, and the feasibility of the project.
All right.
It will be taken into consideration in the criteria of the selection afterwards.
All right. So there will be then the competition, as you said, there will be one round of competition, or there will be several
editions. Yes,
editions.
This is the first edition. This is this is the first edition for this year, but there will be another editions in the upcoming years.
All right. So those who succeed then will get a prize, as you said.
Yes.
Will get funding, rather.
Yeah.
And where do you get the funding for all these activities? It's the International Institute of Debate?
You mean the coffee talks that you are organizing? No, it really doesn't need funding. All it takes is a group of young people.
A group of young people and a place.
Yeah, that's it. So it doesn't really need. And it is a beautiful...
You don't need to book the place sometimes to pay for the place? Or...
Well, this is how you should put effort. This is how you learn. This is how you learn how to deal with such hardships.
Logistics.
Hardships. So this is your mission to do.
Okay, so you have to really try and maybe do the maximum with the minimum of means that you have, especially the minimum of material means.
Yeah, and it is a very good way. I'm speaking from my own perspective and my own experience. It teaches you a lot. It makes you a better person.
Tell me. So what have you learned?
Yeah, I learned how to deal with people, how to communicate, how not to be shy, to go forward, never let challenges and hardships stop you. And it is amazing to see the success, to see what you have come up with and what you have done at the end of it. So yeah, it is a beautiful experience that I emphasize on people and encourage them to participate in and to go through this experience.
What about benefits for the participants who come and attend the talks?
Well, actually, all the feedback I got, of course, from my experience from attendees was positive. Everybody had the chance to express their minds. Everybody had the chance, felt a bit fulfilled by contributing and giving solutions and thinking, and it makes you feel good that you are doing good things for your community and for your country by discussions, issues that whether is related to us as youth or to our community in general, and to be an active person, an active citizen, a real active citizen in your community.
Right. So in your team now, do you have, an idea about the kind of project that you will be submitting for the competition?
Well, yeah, actually we have one, but I would rather not tell.
Yeah, of course, you are not going to talk about it because this is
a competition,
a competition, of course, I understand that. But maybe after the competition, you can come and talk to us.
Yeah, sure.
And tell us a little bit more about how it went.
Yeah, definitely. It will be a great opportunity for me to promote for my project and to have people support us.
Right. What about the language of the cafe talk?
Well, actually, it's a Tunisian. It's
in Tunisian Arabic.
Yeah,
Tunisian dialect.
Yeah, exactly. It's really an informal discussion, the way you have on daily basis with your friends and family in coffee shops. So,
but after that, when you write your reports and you write your proposals, in which language do you do that?
In English.
In English.
Yeah, because I think that the reports are sent to the UN to be taken into consideration, maybe.
Right, so you need to do that in the appropriate way. Okay. Well, do you have a final message that you'd like to give today to young people listening to you?
Yeah, sure. So first, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
I'd like to thank the Cafe Talk team who have always shown support and stood by our side in all our career or journey within the competition. I'd always would like to encourage people to attend this last Cafe Talk, the big Cafe Talk we are organizing.
You call it Cafe Talk Big?
Yeah.
Why not Big Cafe Talk?
Well, actually, it's there are many types, and one of them is the Cafe Talk.
It's Cafe Talk Big.
Yeah.
Right. You aim big.
Yeah, exactly. So I encourage you all to attend, to share with us your brilliant ideas, because it really will help us in implementing a very feasible and effective solution to make the change, to make the contribution in building the nation, our nation, and to see the beautiful future and to build the beautiful future for our beloved Tunisia.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Wejden.
Thank you very much.
I won't add more on those beautiful words, and we wish you all the best of luck for this Cafe Talk. Hope it will be an enjoyable afternoon, and more than that, a fruitful one, a positive one, and you will come up with, as you said, brilliant ideas. And let's hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you very much
for the competition
Thank
and
you
the number
much.
of projects you will come up with.